Very well. Then I'll just drink this poison. Oh my. I can prove that I am. Meta, whatever you said. I am immortal. I drank that poison over there and I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. I'll admit I've been better. But then again, I drank deadly poison and I'm still alive.
Holy Paracelsus! That was hydrogen cyanide. You can't run around drinking cyanide.
I can, because immortal.
Well, so you're metaphysical, but are you also absolute and transcendental?
Ah, great!
Hey, everything all right?
No!
What? Why not?
Flowers in the garden. Even the poorest people can afford them now. 20 kinds of roses, tulips and daffodils, but no cacti. So I have to stick it out here with this scientist.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't lie to me. You're just like the old man. Are you just after my needles too?
Your needles?
I used to live outside on the balcony, but now he abuses me, uses me as a notice holder, just pins his notes on my needles. Talk about degrading.
Uh-huh. I can prove that I'm absolute. I performed a miracle.
And what miracle have you performed, if I may ask?
I got your grumpy cactus to bloom against its will.
Yes, I saw that. It has never done that before. This really is a miracle. So you really are absolute. But are you also transcendent?
I am transcendent. I can prove it. I spoke to your cactus.
What?
Your cactus told me that you always abuse it at night by using it as a pincushion for sticking all your notes on. It's not at all impressed. Although I don't believe that this cactus could even be impressed.
Yes, that does sound like my cactus, all right. There's no other way you could know that. Fine, then. I guess you are transcendent. Unbelievable. So you're metaphysical, transcendent, and absolute. That can only mean you actually are an angel. Great Scott! If you are an angel, that changes simply everything. If this proposition is true, then what consequences will that have for the consistency of my entire statement system? Where do I stand? And how does this affect my explanandum? And my explanans, for that matter?
I think somebody's world is collapsing.
Oh dear.
Excuse me, but is everything in order?
Yes, in some sort of order at any rate. Obviously a completely different order than I had previously assumed. But there you are.
I'm Talorel, by the way.
Yes. Welcome, Talorel, the angel.
Now that we've cleared the whole angel question, I need to return to heaven and I have to fly to do so. However, my wings broke during my crash and Bill said that you might be able to help me fly.
Yes, makes sense.
So, can you help me fly now?
Yes, of course. Theoretically, at any rate. Practically, however, there has been a small setback. Come along, I'll show you. This is the kind of thing you were talking about, isn't it? I'd be honored if you were to try it out.
I don't know. What is it?
This is a flying machine, or at least it almost became one, For years I studied aerodynamics and aerostatics, occupied myself with the theories propounded by Leonardo, Baerblinger, and Cayley. I pored over my calculations, hammered and worked night and day. And then, one day, those lunatics burst in here and just ruined everything.
Greta?
Yes, blabbered something about blasphemy, and if God had wanted people to fly, he would have given them wings.
Sounds familiar.
And then she threatened to have me arrested for heresy and simply confiscated the blueprint. My masterpiece, the culmination of years of work and sacrifice.
Oh,
And without the blueprint, I can't continue work on the flying machine.
that's definitely not good. Do you have any idea of how Greta knew about the blueprint and the flying machine?
I haven't the faintest idea. Either I was too conspicuous or someone betrayed me. She suddenly appeared in my laboratory doorway, babbled something about heresy, and confiscated the blueprint. But I don't think she knows anything about the flying machine in the hidden room at the back. I'm relatively certain, for otherwise she would surely have had it destroyed.
Do you have any idea what she wants with the blueprint and how we might be able to get it back?
I don't know. Maybe she's keeping it under lock and key somewhere. But everyone in Heaven's Hope is curious to a fault. Someone is certain to have seen what Greta did with the blueprint.
Can't I just go to Greta and ask for the blueprint?
Are you deaf, lad? She's out of her mind. Completely cuckoo. She's totally fanatical. And in her opinion, she has a monopoly on the truth and the sacred law on her side. You cannot simply march up to her and ask her for the blueprint. She'll have you in the pillory for heresy before you can blink.
Oh,
No, no, no. We need to tackle this more wisely. If you want to fly, we need that blueprint back. And if we want to have that blueprint back, you will need to find a witness who saw what they did with it after they marched out of here.
very well. Then I'll look for a witness who saw what Greta did with the blueprint. What is this Inquisition, anyway?
Well, one day this fanatical, completely insane nun Greta appeared here and proclaimed that she was reinstating the Inquisition in order to put an end to the blasphemous hustle and bustle rampant in this city. Constable McCullum, the old Irishman who managed the district, was absolutely delighted. Up until then, no one had really taken him seriously, and everyone here pretty much did what they wanted. So he joined her cause, and now things are a proper mess.
I'll just be going then.
Wait, I have something for you. If you want to find out where the blueprint is, you will have to keep an orderly record of the information. Here's a notebook for you. That way, you will always have an overview of your current informational situation.
Thanks. That's really nice. Yeah, nice.
Does Talorel even know how to write?
Hush, Azael. Of course Talorel can write. You can, can't you?
You can never go wrong with a little paint. Hello?
I don't think he wants to talk to you.
I don't know if he can speak.
Hello, Marla.
Hello, Talorel. How can I help you?
Have you seen that Greta do anything strange around here lately?
She's always doing strange things.
I mean, something particularly strange, like coming out of Bloomford's house with a blueprint.
Yes, that's right. There was something.
Will you tell me what they did with the blueprint?
Nope.
What do you mean, nope?
I mean, nope.
So what do I have to do to get you to tell me what Greta has done with the blueprint?
That one is quite the snotty little miss.
Azael. Although, you might be right this time.
Oh, come on, tell me. What do I have to do to get you to tell me what I want to know?
Right then. Let's get down to brass tacks. If you want to know what Greta did with Bloomford's blueprint, well, that's some pretty volatile information.
Oh, boy.
With that kind of information, you would have me over a barrel. Anyone passing on information in Heaven's Hope very quickly runs into problems with the Inquisition. And normally, I try to avoid the Inquisition's attention.
How can I prove to you that you can trust me?
I know. Bring yourself down to my level.
I beg your pardon?
Break the law. Then I'll know that I can trust you and that you're not just some sanctimonious Mr. Clean. And besides, then I'd have something against you just in case.
And how can I do that?
You have to prove to me that I can trust you. So, figure out a way to break the law. It's not like it's really all that hard in Heaven's Hope now, with all the new rules here.
Oh, wow. This should be interesting.
I'll be going then. A sign. It says here, attention, grimacing prohibited. Anyone found contorting their face in an obscene manner and or inciting others to contort their own through invitation or shenanigans will be issued a warning for disorderly conduct.
They're all mad around here.
Fine. Oh my.
Just a minute, young man.
Who? Me?
Do you see any other young men here?
No.
And do you see anyone else here who would dare to grimace?
No.
Grimacing right under a sign, mind you, upon which is written in large, clear print, grimacing prohibited.
But that's not really meant seriously, is it? I'm just saying because...
Oh, you're just saying. And I'm saying it's forbidden. And what I say goes.
Obviously.
But the difference is, I am the law, and my opinion counts. I am hereby officially warning you. Here, remember this the next time you think about getting up to some nonsense again.
Now I've officially broken the law. Great.
You little outlaw. Now all you need is a black hat and a band of cutthroats.
Good. Now you proved that I can trust you. Let me tell you what I saw. That Greta came out of Bloomford's house yesterday and looked like she had completely lost it again. Spent the whole time screaming at McCallum. She was waving her arms around like a windmill, and the whole time she was holding this huge big sheet of weird paper with strange symbols on it in her hand. Then she marched over to the pyre And she ripped that plan into loads of pieces and wanted to burn it. Kept going on about the holy, cleansing fire of the Inquisition.
Blah, 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 blah. The holy cleansing fire of the Inquisition. Blah, 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 blah.
But then there was a gust of wind and it blew the pieces away. I ran after one of the pieces, the one that flew toward the outskirts of town. It must have landed somewhere on Kareem's shop, but he steadfastly denies having seen it. The rat is nowhere to be found, and I can't get to that one up there on the pyre.
Ah, that Greta really is...
A harpy?
We should definitely stay out of her way. I'm afraid she could prove really dangerous. At least we now know where the pieces of the blueprint are. And look, one of the pieces is even hanging from that pillory up there.
Hello.
Please feel free to peruse the merchandise at your leisure, sir. You will find we carry nothing but the most antique of antiquities.
And who are you, if I may ask?
I am Sir Edwin Cartwright III. I own this beautiful store. But please, feel free to call me Sir Edwin.
I'm Talorel. What happened to the other two?
I beg your pardon?
Sir Edwin Cartwright I and Sir Edwin Cartwright II.
One was my grandfather, the other my father. Unfortunately, both are no longer with us.
Oh. What is this strange little loom for?
That is not simply some little loom. That is an original toupee loom.
Really?
You have to know that toupee looms are of exceptional mechanical precision, allowing them to produce the most realistic hairpieces possible. No one would ever recognize a hairpiece woven on this loom as a toupee. Toupees made on this loom look absolutely the same as real hair.
Could I perhaps have this toupee loom?
Of course. With pleasure. £5, please.
Unfortunately, I have no money whatsoever.
Maybe you could do something for me in exchange for the toupee loom.
What can I do for you?
Well, this is a tad embarrassing, I must say. A rat has recently taken up residence here in the store, and well, let us simply say that I'm not particularly fond of rats. Could you scare it off for me? It's hiding over there in that pile of among those exquisite treasures.
Certainly. If that's all it is, more than happy to help.
Delightful. Then you scare off the rat, and I shall give you the toupee loom. Now that is a deal.
That weird apparatus over there, what is it?
This is a single-chamber homunculator XL3000. Lovely piece of kit, isn't it?
A what?
A homunculator. It even comes with operating instructions so that you can build yourself a homunculus, a soulless little creature.
And does it work?
Well, I would suggest one view it as more of a party article.
And why?
Oh, well, some of the ingredients are rather silly and probably meant to be amusing. Angel's breath, for example. Complete and utter nonsense, of course.
Well...
Talorel.
I don't believe it. That's the rat that little snotbag Marla saw run away with a piece of the blueprint.
What are you waiting for? After it!
Oh no, he disappeared into that hole.
That's probably his nest. At least we know where it is now. The way you scared him, he won't be coming out for a while.
Hello? Could you please come out of there?
No, not interested.
But you just had a piece of paper in your mouth. I'm sure you don't need it anymore.
First, you scare me half to death, and then you want something from me. Not interested.
I don't think that's going to get us anywhere.
I chased the rat away.
Wonderful. Marvelous news. Many thanks. Please help yourself to the loom. It's right over there, and do have fun with it.
I'll take it with me. Wow, heavier than I thought. Hello?
你好,
I beg your pardon?
你好.
What kind of shop is this?
This shop is my silk tailor shop. At your service.
And what do you do here?
I tailor silk.
That is an impressive animal. Over there in the box.
Ah, truly impressive animal. A Chinese tarantula. Wonderful animal, but very sensitive. Get cold quickly and if sneeze lose fur.